I noticed that there's basically if you get far in the game and you're ready to do your match strength 30 test, there's some things you gotta remember. Um, so I came up with a build because I mostly do support. So most of my builds have always been just straight power and range. I've never really dealt that much with crit mods or anything like that. Uh, things like that. Um, Basically, what I'm going to suggest is we're going to do this the simplest possible way. Uh, I would suggest going with Death Cube. Yeah, so I've got Death Cube first off the bat. I also recommend giving Death Cube the Hellstrom. Um, the Hellstrom it's a pretty good weapon, and it's got a bit of a spread. It's like a rocket launcher that comes with the little kicker mo. I forgot his name. Um, So it's the thing that's special about Death Cube is energy generator. Death Cube drops an energy orb after assisting in 10 kills. Um, that's that's important for this build because you're gonna need some energy. I don't notice whether he actually drops energy or not in the mastering test, but I put that on there just in case anyway, and then I gave him the Hellstrom because the Hellstrom's just like a rocket launcher type weapon. Um, I went straight power with this. I don't think I really did anything super fancy with it, so it's not even like that interesting of a build. Other than the Hellstrom mod, which the Hellstrom Riven, which gives extra crit chance of damage, but as you can see, I didn't even rank it up. It's just it is what it is. It's formatted for it. It can be ranked up. I just didn't get around to it. Um, but the whole bread and butter of it is actually going to be Mesa. So her regulators have a decent amount of damage to them. They cover a huge map. So I'm definitely going to recommend Prime Target Cracker for critical damage and Prime Pistol Gambit for critical chance. Um, it doesn't say in the mods the exact amount of damage it does, but you see the crit chance is at 71.8. I guess that's good. I just know it's good enough to pass the test. And then I've got Galvanized Diffusion, which is 110 multi-shot and kill, and then plus 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds stacks up to 4x. So that's cool. Then actually damage, Hornet Strike for Toxin, then electricity. I got corrosive on there because corrosive is supposed to strip armor. Then multi-shot, fire rate. You know, you can minus accuracy on these because they have 100% accuracy. You're gonna hit whatever the fuck you're gonna hit anyway, plus damage. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say after that. Yeah, her peacekeepers are good. I don't know. Someone told me that they recently actually don't even have a fall off. So I guess the range doesn't really matter, I thought. Somebody said the range doesn't matter, which I guess is cool. But, oh, I remember what I was going to say. So, other people said they were having a hard time with the knocks at the end of the MR test. I didn't even have a problem with him. I don't even remember even seeing him, to be honest with you. I was just killing stuff super fucking quick. Um, Here's the Mesa build. I did used to have a stretch mod on here though, because I thought that range meant something, but it actually doesn't. I guess there's no fall off. I gave her pistol amp. Um, I gave her preparation because in this master rank test you can die as many times as you want. So if ever you're like low on energy, I wouldn't. You could either take the time to throw in energy pads and stand still, or you could just get killed and then revive with full energy. Um, so I've got ability strength, auger strength, ability strength. I got prime flow. I put vitality and redirection on there because I do that for every build. There's ability strength, minus duration. She doesn't need duration for peacekeepers. It's just a straight peacekeeper build. That efficiency, intensify. I know it's weird to have the efficiency on there along with blind rage because this is plus 30 and that's minus 55, so they're kind of always they're kind of counteractive of each other. Um, but yeah, ability strength. I gave it Arcane Grace. I don't remember why, but Arcane Velocity is one that you'll definitely want. Mine's not even maxed out, so you don't even need it maxed out. It's just, you know, chance for critical hit, 3% chance, fire rate, blah, blah, blah. And since I went with the crit build, it's going to be like that. I don't remember why I put Arcane Grace on there, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, health regeneration, which is just to stay alive for a little bit longer. But that's not even really super necessary. But I would definitely recommend the maxed out Arcane Velocity, because that's going to help you out a lot. Um, so the one tip and trick I actually did, I definitely give yourself an Arcoplasmor as well too, because the thing with the Arcoplasmor is you're gonna need it for the little drones. They're like the drones that are in, I want to say it's in Arbitration, where you can't damage the enemy until the drone supporting them disappears. With the Arcoplasmor, it's a straight power weapon. So you easily just one-shot the drones. Um, if you don't have a Riven, it's not as big of a deal, because I'm just going for straight damage for that to basically just one-shot uh, the arbitration drones in there, so you can actually damage the enemies. Because once you one-shot the arbitration drone, you can then just switch back to peacekeepers and just shoot everything up. Um, Prime point blank, charged shell, chilling grass, vicious spread, which is you're gonna want in every shotgun. To be honest with you, no matter what build, I do think vicious spread, plus damage plus spread, is good. Multi-shot, fire rate, multi-chamber. I don't know why I put fatal acceleration on there. I don't suppose that even really matters. You could probably put something else there. Primary merciless. That's just a damage one. I mean, that's useful, but I don't know if you really need it, because it does have enough straight power to just one shot the things. So it's not as big of a deal. You could probably replace that with anything. I mean, there's a bunch of different Xless mods you could do. Um, you could aim glide around, use that. You could minus weapon recoil. There's a bunch of stuff you could use. I mean, you can increase your accuracy with that. I mean, ammo magazine. I mean, I don't know if any of this stuff really matters, to be honest with you. But that build's going to work. Your secondary doesn't matter. Your melee doesn't matter. Um, I have Vazarin equipped, but I don't I don't think you want Vazarin for this. Because, wait, sneeze, hold on. So, you might want to switch to a different focus group. I forget which one it is. I go with Vazarin because it's the healing one. I think you might want to go with Zenuric. Yeah, you want to go Zenuric for the Master Rank test. You want to get this pretty up high. Because the problem with the Master Rank test, in my opinion, is some of the consoles are far away, and you have to get out of your Warframe and Void Dash to get to them. The Warframe cannot bullet jump to it, it can't get to it. Like, if you're a Titania main, no fucking big deal. You could do that. But for me, I had to Void Dash out, and I was trying to be really fast about it. So, if you're not used to using your Tenno, it might be a little bit difficult for you, because you're going to have to learn how to Void Dash a whole lot better to do your test. But once you have that down pat, you should be okay. I mean, practice the Master Rank test, and as you practice it, you'll see what I'm talking about with the Void Dash areas. Also, the wave will not end until you activate the life support. So, that's another thing you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on, is that keeping an eye on your enemy kills, because you might kill enemies super, super fucking quick with Mesa. Because she's got her Peacekeepers, it's going to basically just litter the whole fucking area. So that's one thing you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on. Also, another tip and trick I never saw in any of the videos I watched. And I looked up some videos to how to do the Master Rank 30 test. And they made it all seem so fucking easy. And I couldn't figure out why it was so fucking easy, because I was struggling with it. And then it occurred to me the one thing that no match rank test goes over is you need to ration your life supports. So you'll see life supports on the ground, and each one of them is worth 10. Avoid those life supports. Don't go near them. Don't pick them up. If you need them, yeah, grab them, but there's going to be a shit ton of them all over the ground. And your life support cannot go above 100%, obviously. So you're going to want to take those life supports and you're going to want to ration them. That's the easiest trick I found. I passed the master rank test super fucking easy once I learned that trick. Once I started rationing my life supports, I passed it the first time I rationed my life supports. Like the very first time I passed it. And I did the master rank tests like probably like 6 or 7 times, just kept failing it by running out of life supports. And I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. I'm like, I gotta go faster, I gotta go faster, I gotta go faster. No, you just gotta slow down. It's gonna be similar to when Midoriya went to go fight with Night Eye, and he tried to convince him, hey, take me on. And Midoriya was bouncing all over the place, and he avoided all of the All Might posters. You need to think about your life supports as your All Might posters. You want to avoid them, but when you need them, go ahead and grab one. But keep in mind that each one of them is worth 10. So if you land in a pile, you're going to end up picking them all up, especially if you have vacuum on your companion. But even if you don't have vacuum on your companion, you're going to be moving so fast that you're going to be picking up a whole bunch of them. Also, another tip while I'm making odd references, the Ectoplasmor works like like the Thunderstorm from Borderlands 1. So for anybody that played Borderlands 1, you remember the Thunderstorm was like one of the best shotguns in that game. It's just a spray of just radiation and electricity and all that shit. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, the main thing you want to remember, honestly, above all else, ration your life supports. That's the easiest thing that made me pass the test the first try is when I figured out rationing life supports. I passed it the first time. As soon as I rationed it, I passed it the first time. I don't have any extra build on Mesa. Mesa's got her 4 main abilities, so I didn't give her any extra abilities. She's got her 4 main abilities, so nothing's changed on her. She is the way she is. Um, Anyone interested in the cosmetics of her while we're on the off chance? She's wearing the wolf armor. Um, so that's going to be the whole wolf set. You know. Where's attachments? Yeah, so she's got the chest plate, shoulders, blah, blah, blah. I gave her the White Lotus ephemera. I liked that. I don't know what auxiliary is. Oh, you can put little mustaches on them because of what time it is. Hmm, whatever. I wish these were beards, but they're not beards. Uh, I'm not putting a mustache on it. It's whatever. I think that's about it. I don't think there's really anything else to go over. But so if you follow that build, I guarantee you'll pass the master rank test with barely even fucking trying. It's gonna be really hard to screw it up. I've been playing this game for a long time, but it doesn't mean I'm any good at it. But I've developed a lot of knowledge. I've come across a lot of mods, and by the time you reach Master Rank 30, you should have all of those mods. To be honest with you, by the time you're ready for the Master Rank 30 test, you should have all of those mods. If you don't, it means you're just power leveling through the game, and you might want to take some time to slow down and enjoy the game because you're going too fast. Um, Honestly, Master Rank 30 and above is, it's awesome. There's lots of stuff that goes with it, but you also want to take some time to enjoy the game. You don't want to just like power through it. Um, anyway, follow that build, and you're pretty much guaranteed to pass the Make 30 test. It's pretty much idiot. Catch you guys on the flip side.